Hello, and welcome back to
Amazing.
Draig Dice. I am the Dungeon Master Orty, and I am joined by the lovely group of players once again this week, ready for to continue our adventure. Hello, everybody.
Hello there. You may not get a hello
Amazing.
from Elle. She's too busy.
Hello.
She's too busy sort of bobbing around enjoying her music.
Mm,
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Everyone's like hello, hello, and Amelia's like, hey.
Hello. Hi. Sorry.
Okay.
No need for sorries. You know what happens when you say sorry.
Welcome back.
Okay. So welcome back, everyone. Once again, we are raising. We have the charity donations on for Macmillan Cancer Support, which is a good cause. So if you wish to, that's a lovely thing to do. Any donation messages will be read out at the end of the stream if I can figure out. So previously, our group all converged in the Wayside City, the capital city of the Traxsteel region of Aquarius. A huge trade city with a few things going on. It is currently coming up to the 1-year anniversary of the end of the War of the Bloodbriar, a huge civil war that spread across the land and claimed many lives. The group all happened to find themselves as Matilda and Boohurt, two Graveguard ex-soldiers who had just come here to try and get a nice quiet drink, encountered a bunch of these other people, a halfling named Jomin, a halfling cleric, a large human, very large human from another continent named Dave, a robot, a large steampunk automaton that went by the name of Magna, and a human named Tazaki, who appears to have a robotic spider that follows him around and follows his orders. And as the group all just happened to converge in there was a bit of a encounter with a town guard in relation to Magna causing property damage to the road. As the group were trying to just have a nice quiet day in their own separate places, they all heard the cries of a woman who was being ushered out of the bounty guild and out of one of the guard posts next to the bounty office, who was complaining. As the group talked to her, they realized that she had been trying to get help and get a guard to look into the mysterious non-showing up of some farmers called the Balderberry, from the Balderberry farm, who are farmers that apparently often frequent the market to sell their goods and have missed this market day and not shown up. Their store is empty and they are strangely not there, which has worried this lady. She worries that something bad has happened to them. You've heard that there have been some things. It's been a bit unsafe around these parts lately, and the group decided, one after the other, to go and investigate, and they all slowly trailed on after each other, had a little talk on their way, and have arrived at the Balderberry farm. Going inside them, as the door was unlocked and ajar, they found a empty room with dinner set up on or breakfast, cooked breakfast set up on the table, completely untouched, just abandoned. The house deserted. And this is where we are right now. So you guys are in the house. I imagine Jomin is also would also be up in the house. So you guys are all here in this currently very empty house, and something's gone wrong with the stream again. Instantly this time.
Well then.
Oh dear, what's going on? It think it says connection unstable. Okay. Apologies. I'm gonna try and fix it by doing this and just turning off that. See if this helps. Not sure exactly how much was missed, or if anything was missed, but we're gonna see if that gets better. Hopefully, because the connection should be good. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But it looks to be running right now. So apologies if there's any errors. We're gonna keep an eye on that. So, okay, you guys are in this house, and what would you like to do? You're currently in, there's 4 doors that all lead out of this room, and it's very much abandoned. There's no sign, it's like whoever was here just disappeared. You can't really see any sign of them at a quick glance.
That breakfast, one, should it be warm? You say it's a cooked breakfast, but should it be warm? And 2, is it warm?
It looks like the kind of food that should be warm, but as you go near it, wow, you're a robot. You don't really have the sense of touch.
It shouldn't really be.
I know, can I-
Don't eat it nonetheless, because A, it could be poison. B, it could be a trapdoor.
Boo goes up to and was about to eat before Matilda says that.
Yeah, as you're near Booher, like you can see there's no steam rising off it, and as you feel it, you can feel it is stone cold. It looks like it's been here for a couple of hours. Even the tea that's next to it is just cold.
Well, I think even a robot can see there's no steam.
There is no steam.
There is no steam. Okay. Well, I'm gonna search around this bottom end, see if I can find anything unusual. Maybe that door.
Yeah. Okay. As you go towards it, make me so as you go ahead and you open the door, you can go ahead and open it if you want. Make me a perception check as you approach the door.
I would. Come on, click. I clicked the button. I'm trying.
Is it not opening?
No. Where am I on your map? Because I've moved myself
You're
to
at the bottom. You're at the door. Just click on the little door icon.
Oh no, I'm trying to roll perception for you.
Oh right. Yeah, you're here on the map. You're right.
It's not
At the
letting me
bottom next
roll.
to the door. Technology. The wonders of technology.
All right, let me go into my character sheet and try it.
But yeah, you have to go into your character sheet to do it. You can't use the button. The button on the sides don't work. That's
Thanks for letting me know.
I don't know which mod it is to turn it off, but it's that's specific for D&D. I did mention this before.
Not to me, didn't. Honest.
Yeah, so make a perception check. So your perception is +4. You have to do it from your sheet.
Yeah, I want to find it. Perception. Ah, here it is.
21. So as you near the door, even though you are a robot, you don't have quite the same. You have got like artificial senses, an artificial sense of smell, sight, and touch is really the one thing that's a bit fuzzy. As you get closer, you can smell a scent coming from behind the door. A scent you can smell. Almost a scent of it's hard to describe. It smells like something inside has spilled. It smells like the scent of almost what's the word? Spilled like fertilizer and milk, different sort of substances mixed together. You get the scent of these and almost a slight rotten smell.
Okay. Rotten. What? Dead rotten or food rotten?
Smells more like the smell you get from rotten, not rotten food, but like like milk that's been left out for
Yeah,
for
so in
several
other words,
hours.
the fridge has lost power. Okay, I'm going to open the door slowly.
So as you
And-
open the door, you see into what would be a rather nice sort of dining room, almost. Or it's sort of like a dining room slash. There's a few cupboards for storing stuff. It looks like a rather nice dining room, and you see within the room, upon the table, there are jars of a few jars of milk that have spilt over, been tipped over and have spilled across. And as they spilled across, next to them on the table, is a body.
Oh.
The corpse of an elderly man, dressed in farmer's attire with a grizzly sort of brown beard.
I think we found a farmer.
Umidiri. He doesn't look very well.
No, I don't think he is very well.
Has anyone checked for a pulse?
I can't feel a pulse in you, let alone him.
Is it feeling really cold?
I will let one of you check that. I just step back.
Yeah. Who wants to inspect?
Well, David's gonna let it go to
Who's
the
got like the
professional.
highest medical, like?
Pardon?
thing? Who's like the most skill in terms of medicine?
It doesn't take a high medicine to look at a body and say that guy's dead.
I'm not sure who the highest medicine is. You guys can take a look yourselves, see who has the best medicine score.
And
But I mean, you don't really need a medicine to tell he's dead. He is definitely dead.
is there
He-
a way?
As he lies on there, you can see that his throat has been cut and blood has pooled underneath the table from where it's dripped down from his body. You can see it's not very nice. You can make me, if you wish, to investigate the area. You can make me some perception checks.
I look at the big ginger dude that says, I think he's dead, Dave.
No. I
that is
believe you're
amazing.
right. I believe he has been killed by those bandits.
20 on perception for Matilda. Does anyone else also wish to roll a perception?
I guess they will look around.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone who wants to investigate can move in and roll a perception.
Matilda asks if anyone can figure out the time of death or how long the body's been dead for.
You're not sure. Like, it's hard to tell how long he's been dead for, but like the milkers and the food there the food in on the tables and stuff isn't rotten enough to be more than a couple of days. It's very probable that this probably happened either today or the day before. Let's see. Boo Hurts gets a 13. Jomin, what are you doing during all this? Would Jomin like to do anything?
John can also look around.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You want to look in a particular place in the same place as everyone else, or would you like to look around some elsewhere?
He can look around elsewhere, I guess.
Yeah. So like in the room you're in now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start searching around in that room. So go ahead and make a perception check. For those in the other room, that's Tazaki, Dave, and Matilda. As you're looking, you immediately spot They are, and yeah, I see the testing coming through.
I can't see Joman.
You can't see. So Jomin's up there.
Thank you.
So you three immediately you notice that where the blood pool is, there are some footprints leading away from the blood pool. The footprints stop at the base of this sort of moose head that's built into the wall, and they stop, and part of the footprint is just cut off at the side. They just stop. They stop at the moose and disappear. The footprints are. The footprints seem to be rather small. There's no boot prints or shoe prints. It's a rather small foot. Jomin, as you're searching around up there, we will just see what you. We'll get to what you see in a minute. So the rest of you, those of you who I mentioned, see these bloody footprints leading away from the body.
Dave's gonna point it there, and he's gonna look at what he considers to be professionals for this. And he's gonna look at Matilda and Buhurt and be like, "Oh, Midiri, seems there are some tracks leading outside."
I can't move my character because the screen's too far.
Dude, I reckon there's some kind of secret passageway by that.
Well, what do you guys want to do with that information? It's up to you what you do with this information.
I can't move my character.
You can't?
The screen's like too far up for it because my character's closer to the bottom. I can't see my token.
Okay, let's. If you right click and drag around, you should be able to drag around your view as well, independently.
For some reason, it doesn't work with Amelia's laptop.
It's difficult with laptops. That's why I use a mouse.
Oh, there we go.
No. So yeah, the blood trail leads down to here. The trail of footprints. And meanwhile, Jomin, as you're searching around there, you notice that there's some of the like cutlery drawers and stuff look to have been completely ransacked. You notice things have been tidied up ever so slightly, like clearing away evidence, but you notice that like all the shiny stuff is missing. Like half the cutlery drawers look like they've been ransacked. Even one of the cupboards, which looks like it should house food, has been ransacked. And you do notice a trail of breadcrumbs that go from the table in the center upwards towards the door up at the top. That's what Jomin sees. What do you want to do about that? What is everyone doing?
Repeat that one more time, sorry.
You can see some of the drawers look like they've been ransacked, like stuff has been taken out of them, and you see a trail of breadcrumbs trailing away from the table up towards the door at the top.
Jomin's
carefully follow the trail, but with like weapons ready in case of an attack.
The blood trail?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the blood trail goes straight to there, and you see it just ends at the moose. You do notice that one of the moose's antlers looks to have a bit of a blood stain on it. Because you rolled the high perception before.
Secret tunnel.
Meanwhile,
secret passageway. The footsteps go and they stop. They get cut off by the wall. There's a secret passageway. You've got to figure out how to open it.
Jomin, what are you doing?
had all the garlic bread.
I've been eating.
Gentlemen?
Gentleman doesn't really do anything. He decides he doesn't want to investigate. He's too afraid to investigate because he's afraid that. Well, he's just like doesn't want to approach
Okay.
Zora.
Do you want to?
You-
Does German say anything to anyone?
No.
No. Okay. So, well, you guys down there?
Matilda summons Boohurt to try and find a lever or a button.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Boohurt, you can make me a intelligent. Would it be a straight intelligence? It would probably be a. If you wanted to analyze this thing and try and see if there's a lever or anything, then most likely skill to use would be a. You can make
Something like
either a perception or a crafting check.
Perception. Great.
You're not sure. You can't really see how this thing is meant to work.
Okay, I'll take a look then, Boohurt.
It's a wall. Do you want me to smash through the wall?
For goodness sake, I've just wanted to think about the places where it could be. I'll do it myself then, for goodness sake, since you can't do it.
Okay, Matilda, go ahead. Okay, you're pretty certain that the blood stain on the antler is a pretty sure sign that whoever went here, grabbed the antler of this fin, and as you inspect it further, that it does look like the antler can move and be pulled like a lever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Matilda pulls the antler.
So as you pull the antler, there's a and you have to step back as well, actually no, the floor panel next to you, just next to the moose, clicks up and up slightly like a trapdoor, and a small handle pops out.
Secret tunnel.
How many times am I going to hear you think that by any chance?
Ooh,
Well-
not to think I'm stupid or something, but do normal farms have secret doors?
Man, that's up to you guys to respond to.
Pardon?
Dave is like scratches his ear and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to sound stupid, but do all farms here have secret doors?"
No, I'm not a farmer.
If someone wants to answer that question, they can make a society check if they'd like.
I think you might have high society.
No, I'm looking for proficiency so I can roll.
Okay, that's a 21 from Mirabelle and an 18 from Boohurt. So Mirabelle and Boohurt, you have come across this before, and it is fairly common for farmers to have either like cellars beneath the house to store grain and stuff, but also hiding holes in case of bandit attack or during the war attacks from undead and necromancers. It is something that is fairly common.
Brother, do you want to tell the group that? Okay.
It's quite normal for farms to have cellars for hiding due to attacks. It became quite common during the war. But it seems like the killer went this way, so shall we go forth?
Approach with caution, maybe armed.
I'm always armed.
Okay,
Be
you wanna...
careful.
What are you doing?
Going through the tunnel, or through the
Okay.
tower
So,
area.
as you open the trapdoor up, the light from this room floods into the darkness below. It's a rather small room below, just a small hidey space, and within, a figure recoils away from the light and from you. You see the small figure of a human child, backing away and staring up with you, covering his eyes to block out the light because of the sudden influx of light, and seeming to be very afraid. You can see him literally shaking with fear as he looks up at you. You can see blood on his hands and his feet and his knees. He looks very frightened.
Hey there, little one. It's okay. It's okay.
Matilda reassures the child. Oh, diplomacy. Does that mean I have to do a diplomacy check?
You can do whoever's talking to him. It's a Buhurt. You can make a diplomacy check with your charisma modifier. I think it's a default charisma anyway. So.
Oh god.
The kid backs away even more into the darkness. Like, no, very, very, very scared.
Says, Buhurt, you're scaring him. Go and step back a minute.
Fine.
What did you find down there?
Small person.
A child?
Mm-hmm.
Then Matilda tries to reassure the child. And says that Buhurt seems big and scary, but really he's absolutely fine.
Okay, make a diplomacy. So, as you reassure the child, his breathing calms down a little bit. He still seems scared, but and even traumatized. He looks up here. Is he a bad man?
For the person who came to reassure you, no, he's absolutely fine. If anything, he's my partner, sweetie, so it's okay.
Is the bad man gone?
The bad man? Can you
He
describe
nods.
who?
Yes.
Matilda asks the child to describe what the bad man looks like.
So the child comes forwards and he steps up and climbs out of the hidey hole, very nervous and timidly. He was about this tall, and he raises his hand up and sort of steps on tippy toes. Bad men, lots of them. And he looks over at the body on the fin. Papa.
They killed your dad.
They wanted our fins, our money, and the farm fruits, and Daisy, and they Papa tried to fight them. They took Ma. They took Mama away. He tried to stop them, and they. He draws a finger across his throat.
Matilda says, it's okay, we'll look after you, stay with us.
But the bad man came back. He came back without one of them, without the others, and with a bad dog. He was looking for things to steal from us. I hid. Papa always told me to hide if bad men attack.
Hmm.
Your father is very wise. Can you tell me what the bad man looked like?
He was big, and he had a beard that was brown, and he had no hair, and a big dog. He was stealing things from the pantry.
It's okay. I deal with them a lot. It's okay. If you stay with me and my friends, and we'll look after you and help you and protect you.
Aye, we can keep you safe from the bad men. Come with us, we'll take you back to town. You'll be safe there.
Is the bad man still here?
No, they're gone.
Okay. And he so steps closer. Okay, but they have Mama.
Do you know where they took her?
No. They said they went away in that way, and he points through a wall westwards.
Alright.
No, eastwards, sorry. That's my mistake. Eastwards.
Alright. Once we get you back safe to the town, we'll go and look for your mother.
When Matilda asked the child,
Okay.
they know the other woman at the market. Do you know the
Pardon?
other farmer's wife at the market?
What was her name again? It was Katrina, was it?
Yeah. Do you know Katrina?
Miss Katrina is very nice to us.
Do you want us to take you into town and to bring you to... Oh, what's her name again?
Katrina.
Katrina, so she can look after you for a bit?
I
Until we
want
find your mum?
Mama.
We will look for her, little one.
You'll find Mama. Do you think you'll be okay with Katrina while we look for her?
Okay. Yes.
Matilda brings the child out of the tunnel, or carries the child on her back out of the tunnel.
The child allows you to. Right, the child is taller than you are because you're a small mouse folk.
In fact, Matilda asks Booher to carry the child.
Booher crouches down and asks if. First, ask the child's name.
My name is David.
Alright, David. Do you want me to carry you into town?
Okay. He sort of basically piggybacks on you, wraps his arms around your neck. But it's low doorways in here. What if I hit my head?
It's alright. I crouched to go through the door anyway.
Okay. He hops onto your back. Meanwhile, Jomin, where to? Are you standing there in the main room? Or you want to move anywhere specific? You do hear the sound, some of the conversation from coming from the other room. It's up to you what you do. Gentlemen?
Gentleman just follows.
Yeah? Like, where in the house do you want to be right now? Just by the door, or...?
Just by the door.
Okay. And, oh, Magna's disconnecting.
Yeah,
Can
try to
Jomin...
resurrect me.
Can
come
Jomin
back.
and Tazaki both make me perception checks, please?
19.
And that's 21 from Jomin.
Wow. Good job.
So, you both notice, Jomin, you notice first, being in the bear position as you are, as the door to the room at the top where the trail led into slowly opens, and you notice a figure attempting to sneak out of the room. Gets about a foot, gets just outside the doorway before he sees you looking in his direction, and freezes for a moment. You see this figure, a large man, a large human man with a brown beard, no hair on the top of his head. Behind him, you can see a large dog standing behind. He has a armful of in his arms. He has what looks like a basket of fruits and barley and cheese wheels and all sorts of foods from the pantry. As he sees you looking at him, he drops the basket and draws his sword out and attempts to charge and begins charging towards you. I will need everybody to... Oh, no, what do you mean it's not active? Let me make initiative roll, please. There you go. I would need everybody to make initiative rolls. Everybody would be using their perception for the initiative because there's no special things. He failed on his stealth, so... Well, I mean, he got seen. So...
Well, if it dice just knocked my dice onto a 20.
Magna has rolled, Boohurt has rolled, Matilda's rolled, Dave has rolled, and Jilmin has rolled, so I believe that makes everybody who's rolled the initiative as the battle begins.
And Magnus left.
Reconnection successful. And with that, the bandit falls dead. Oh, no. The connection is stable, so I don't know why OBS has disconnected, but it's okay. I will fix it. Apologies. Why does something always happen? There's always something, isn't there? Okay. It's live again, I think.
Oh, now I hear everything.
There we go. I think it's live again. I'm not sure. What's gone wrong with it, but I think it's live now. There you go. Okay, so as the battle begins, and Jomin, you are the first to be able to react. What do you wish to do?
Draw my short sword.
Okay, so you draw your sword, and so that's one action. What do you do next?
I hit the guy, like I strike.
Yeah, so you'd have to move up towards him. If you want it, so you'll have to use an action to move and up to him, and then you'll be within striking range.
Where is he?
So he's up there at the top. So as you run up, yeah, that move, and you can, if you want to strike him, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Am I moved?
Yeah, you moved.
Oh, okay. Oh, you press strike, right?
Yes. So that's a 20 to hit him, which does hit. So as you run up and you slash at the guy, so go ahead and roll your damage. So as you run up and you slash with your sword before he's able to get his fully out of the scabbard, and you cleave across his side. It appears to be a very painful blow. It cuts deep as he cries out in pain. Everybody in the house hears this. The kid cries out, "The bad man!" And he just jumps off from Buhert's shoulders and hides behind the table. That is Jomin's turn, and it is his turn as he, with his own, with this hatchet and rather than a sword, he's seems to be wielding a axe. With you can still see the dried blood stains on it, and he slashes at Jomin with the hatchet. And I'm assuming a 13 does not hit you, Jomin. I'd very much assume a 13 probably misses your 17 armor class. So he slashes at Jomin, but Jomin is easily able to parry the blow as he makes a second strike. I need to turn off that mod. So, as he attempts to strike at you the second time, you bring your blade up, and his aim is very off. As he attempts to slash, he overswings as you knock his blade away, and his hatchet sinks right into the side of the doorway. And it's broken. His hatchet sinks into the doorway, and the head of the hatchet snaps off completely. And he just stares down at the useless hatchet in his hands and just drops the piece to the floor. He then, with his final action, attempts to make a dash. He dashes away towards the doorway with his 5, 15, 20. He dashes and past Jomin and starts running out of the doorway. Tazaki, it is your turn.
First, I draw my pepper box out. I draw my gun out.
Okay, so one action, you draw your pepper box. Your pepper box has a range of 60 feet increment, range increments. So he's definitely within its range. You'll have to... Actually, yeah, you can still fire from that position. If you can see him on the map, then you can. Then he's within your line of sight, sir. What do you want to do? I'm assuming you're shooting.
I shoot at him.
Go ahead, make an attack roll. Oh. We are not currently playing Batman. You... My chatbots are lying.
Yeah, it would be strike, right?
Yes,
yeah.
The strike, the first of the strike buttons, because you do not have a multi-attack penalty right now.
19.
So, you fire that hits, roll your damage. Three damage, and what do you want to do with your last action? You got one action left. You are also in the doorway.
My last action, I move out the doorway.
Okay, you can move up to your movement speed, so choose where you want to move to. So where do you wish to move? So you run up out of the doorway, around the table, and get to the other side. After you fire, and you manage to win him in the shoulder with a bullet. He carries on his run, but you've definitely slowed him down. Dave, it is your turn.
Does opening the door take one action?
Yes, that would take one action.
I'll still be a smart one, and actually, I don't know what's going on, so that would not be the best choice. I will first go like to the door using my movement. I assume I see the bandit in the doorway right now.
Yes, so it's one action, and you move. You can move up to there. That's 15 feet out of your 25 movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry on to there, so it's a 20-25.
Yep, so that's your first action, and you can see him up there.
Do I see the dog up there as well?
You can see the wolf, and you can see the bandit running.
Bandit be running. I will use one more action to move to get next to the bandit.
Yep. So you run up, and you're you're much faster than him. Just as he gets out to the doorway, you just run up right behind him.
All right, I'm gonna proceed to try to grab them.
You want to try and grapple him, eh?
Aye.
Okay.
That's gonna be
So you'll
athletics.
need You'll need to make action grapple. You'll need to make an athletics check, please.
All right, here be coming. Dave is good at this, and Dave rolled a nat 1. Amazing.
Okay, so that's a critical fail.
He's...
So
What did
as
the
you
hero-
attempt to grab him, he sticks his foot out and just steps to the side. And as you jump at him to grab him, he gets his foot underneath your leg, and you fall and go face first into the ground. You are now prone.
That's amazing.
So you are now prone, which is somewhere here.
Just a quick question: is it how? It is the standing up take an action or movement?
Yeah, it takes an action.
It takes an action.
Everything takes an
alright.
action. Moving takes an action. Standing up takes an action. So on.
Understandable. Well, I use all 3 of my actions right now, so I'm
Yep,
just gonna.
so that's the end of your turn. You are now face on the ground. Matilda, you hear boom. You hear a thump of something hitting the ground outside. You're not sure what hit the ground. Something hit the ground.
I sneak out the other back door in the basement room.
Yeah, so this door you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can open the door from by there rather than having to move to there and then open it to save your actions.
Yeah.
So you're able to open it with your first action, and as you open it, you can't quite see what's going on from your angle.
But I head out into the garden.
Yeah, so you can make 5. What's your movement speed? It's 25 feet again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You can
going
make
around.
5, 10, 15,
Or I can
20.
get
You
down
can
here.
make it to here.
To where?
Just behind
You can
Dave.
make you can make it to here or here. So-
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll head over here.
Okay, so you make it up to there. You see Dave on the ground, and this the bandit that he tried to grapple, standing over him, about to turn and run again. As you run up, what do you want to do with your last action?
For my last action, I
Can't
will,
hit him, so you might just cut him off.
yeah, stop him from being able to leave. Cut him off. How do I do that?
But you're just running in front of him.
Okay. So like that. Okay, my brain's going blank.
Yeah, so
Like
okay,
that.
so you run up and manage to get in front of him there as he's about to run off. He looks down on you, perplexed at how he's just taken down the biggest guy in the group, and you, this small mouse folk, are attempting to get in his way. And that is your turn. Boohurt, you're up.
So it'll take me basically the same amount of actions as Matilda to get up there, won't it?
Not quite, because Matilda had to use an action to open the door. So you get 5, 10, 15, 20. You could get to there with one action, and then up even further with a second action. So you can be within range of him in 2 actions.
Hold on. Hold on, it's having a hissy fit.
Oh dear.
There we go. It's saying attempted token movement collides with at least one wall.
You have to be really specific.
You have
because
to, yeah. You can't go
exactly-
diagonally from here. You'll have to go straight through the doorway.
There we go. Yeah, hold on. Move it 1 square at a time. There we go. So that's 1 action, and then for my next. It's annoying how that's only 5 feet up.
That
5 feet more.
was 30 feet you moved there.
Ah.
It was 5, 10, 15, 20,
There we
to 25 will get you there.
Okay, so I can either move up right next to Emilio and Dave, or can I go up onto the other side?
5, 10, 15. Second diagonal is, yeah, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I think you can get up there. So you can get up to there or there. Well, actually, yeah, you couldn't go there because there's a trough in the way. So yeah, you get up to there. You run around. You run up and around Amelia, around Matilda, and you get to the other side. And seeing you coming up, he seems a bit more worried.
I haven't had any chance to draw my weapon, so I'm just going to punch this guy in the face.
Make an attack. Uh, 19 hits. So you go ahead and what's the damage for an unarmed attack? You focus. So you just punch him in the face, and he tries to raise his hands to defend himself, and his hands basically get punched into his face as he raises them, and it's a. So you punch it basically into his hands and then threw them into his face, and he just stumbles back with blood running down from his nose, choking on the blood. Damn you!
Oh, filthy bandit! Hey!
And that is Buhert's turn as the wolf reacts, and the wolf runs forwards, and it makes a strike. It makes a strike at Jomin. And so the wolf jumps forwards and jumps at Jomin and knocks Jomin, hits Jomin, dealing 3. Jomin, you take 3 points of damage. And as it jumps on you, it savages you with its teeth and forces you. This wolf is almost as big as you are. Wolves are big, and you're a halfling. This wolf is bigger than you, and it forces you to the ground, landing on top of you. You are now prone. And you've taken 3 points of damage from the wolf attack. And that is the wolf's turn. Magna, it is your turn.
Okay. Run up. 5, 10, 15.
That's 20. 25.
Yeah.
Going diagonal twice in the same direction is each. It goes 5, then 10, 5, 10. So
Hang on. Up.
when you
Right.
go diagonal, the first step diagonal is 5. The second one in the is the second diagonal is 10. Then it's 5
Oh,
and
okay.
10 again.
5,
Every diagonal
10.
you take gets and does that. It alternates.
that's 15, and that'll be 25.
Yeah, 5. So it was 5, 10, 15, and then yeah. Because where did you start? You started here.
Right. I was here,
Yeah,
so 5,
10, 15,
15.
and then that would be
20.
25. Yeah, 25 would get you there.
If it would work. Stop it. There. Right, okay. That'd be nice to know
That's-
before, but okay.
That's one action.
Yeah. Okay, as I'm seeing him, I'm going to carry on running for my second action while spinning my blade out on my right arm.
Okay, so you use the second action. You move up. And there you actually get flanking.
Yep.
Which
And
means
As
that
I'm running up, I'm going to stab my blade right into his back.
Okay, make your attack with your final action. At 22, that does hit him. So you're attempting to kill him, or are you attempting to immobilize him?
Immobilize.
So
I
are you
I
attempting to
wanna-
take him lethally or non-lethally? You do have
Yeah,
to specify
I'm-
before you
I'm-
attack if you want to take someone non-lethally. Otherwise, it'll be
I'm going
lethal.
for sort of lower spine to sort of take him out, but without killing him.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Well, that hits. So that's 5 damage as you stab forwards and you slash across his back. It's very painful for him, and he is looking very, very, very unwell.
Because it was flanking. Should I have wouldn't it? Is it
I took the flanking into account. He's flat-footed to you when you're flanking, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Okay. And that's all my actions then.
Yep, so that's all your turn. Jomin, you are currently on the floor. You are prone on the floor with this wolf above you. It's not a good situation to be in, but you've survived through worse. What do you want to do?
Jomin tries to be brave, and he shouts out his god's name, and Is it too late for him to cast shield?
So no, you can cast shield. So what shield does is it gives you a +1 bonus to your AC until the start of your turn, and if you get hit while it's up, you can use your a reaction to reduce some of the damage.
Okay.
So you can cast shield for 1 action. It takes one action to cast it, and now up your AC by 1. Now
Where's
shield.
Divine Lance again.
Divine Lance is basically shooty radiant magic.
Can I do that at the giant wolf?
Yes, you can do that. Yeah,
Can
you
I
can
do
do that.
both of those at the...
Yeah, you
Can I
can
do-
cast both of them because they're both. Well, you can cast Divine Lance for 2 actions and Shield for 1 action, and that will be your turn. But you can do both if you wish.
Okay. I can...
So, what one
can
do you
I
want to do
cast-
first?
oh, shield.
Okay, so you so go ahead and you press the cast button on it, and you as you summon up the holy magics and shout the name of your god, the shield appears. This magical shield of force appears around you, granting you, sort of helping to protect you from this wolf. As the wolf goes down for another bite, the shield sort of backs it away a bit. And you have shield now.
Okay. And I want to cast Divine Lance.
Okay, go ahead. After you summon the shield, you summon up the holy energies of your deity, and from what I remember, just pick the you pick one of the either like one of the alignments that matches your god or something. We're not playing fully with we're not going to strict alignment rules and stuff, so just press good and then just use that. Like, we're not using strict alignment rules in this. So go ahead and make the attack against him. Against the wolf. That's an 8. So you attempt to blast the wolf with your Divine Lance, but from your position on the floor, it's very hard to actually aim at him. And as you raise your hand to aim at the wolf, it dives at you again, and it knocks your hand away as it tries to savage you, and your divine energy just blasts into the ceiling of this cottage instead, up into the sky.
Yeah.
That is your turn. The bandit, he sees that he's pretty badly surrounded. Seeing that he's badly surrounded, this isn't a good position for him. He's badly injured. His weapon is gone. He's just like, okay, don't kill me. I don't suppose I can persuade you into letting me go.
Call your wolf off. My eyes go red.
Didn't think so.
You're okay. What you've done.
He dives at Boohurt and attempts to trip Boohurt.
Can I use reactive shield?
No, because I think that just helps when you're being attacked by. That does something with your shield, but you don't have your shield raised.
Okay.
Do you actually even have it in your in your hand at the moment, or is he on your back? It's probably on your back.
Yeah, I didn't draw it. It basically reactive shield. It means I can raise a shield action immediately.
Oh yeah, in response to an attack.
Yeah, but you are right. I don't have my
yeah,
shield.
this
equipped.
isn't an attack; it's a trip action. So, but either way, he rolled very, very bad. So as he attempts to kick your legs and trip you up, and you just easily step back out the way. It's very pitiful, really. Looks around and he runs back into the house.
Opportunity attacks
Yeah.
of 3 people. Well, 2 because Dave's thrown.
1 because only Boohurt has the opportunity. Actually, I think Matilda has opportunity attack as well. Does she? Does Matilda have opportunity attack? No, not yet. She doesn't. So only Boohurt has opportunity attack.
It's different on this.
Yes, it's a thing only 5 could have, not everybody.
Well, you can get it through certain feats and stuff, but it's not a taking advantage of the situation is something you need to be trained to be able to do. So, but Boohurt, you can make an opportunity attack if you wish.
I will do once this finishes loading.
Yeah. What's the question? What will your? I'm sure it would have to be with your fist because you're still not holding anything.
Yes. I couldn't use an opportunity attack to trip him up or anything, could I?
That's I'd say yes, but I don't know if there's like a special thing that lets you specifically do that with opportunity attacks. It's like a fight a feat or something. I don't see one like that, so I would say I'm gonna look up exactly what opportunity attack says. I would say probably. I'm just gonna take an extra look at it to make sure. Attack opportunity. Make a melee strike against the triggering creature. But I would allow you to forfeit the melee strike to make it to trip instead, if you wish. It just means you'd be making an athletics check instead of an attack roll.
Yeah.
But okay, you can go ahead and attempt to trip him. So make an athletics check.
Ooh.
16, and it's against. You make it against. So you attempt to trip him up, but he runs and nimbly jumps over your foot as you had dodged his, and manages to get him out of range, and starts running away.
Get back in.
And he runs up that way, and instead of opening the door, he runs right up towards the door at the top, and he isn't going to open it. He's just going to try and barge right through. So I'm going to have him make a roll to try and just barge through the door without opening it. Okay, yeah. So he runs up and just smashes through the door. So that was with his second movement of 5, 10.
How much movement have you got?
25. Well, he used the move action twice. So
yeah,
that's his turn.
25. Wait there. No, 10, 20.
He adds 25 movements twice because he used the move action twice and used the trip action once.
25.
5,
So
10,
there, and then
25, 10, 15, 25.
25 to this spot by here.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 25.
Right. Well, I can't see where he ended up, but
well, yeah.
Yeah. I know you put him in the corner after one run, which was too far.
Yeah.
But so he runs up, barges through there, and into the room in that direction. Tazaki, you see him run up, and you see him run and begin to reach for a window that you can see in that room. What do you want to do?
I run after him.
Okay. So it'll be your first action to move, but you go ahead. 5, 10, 20, and that's 25. You get up into the room. As you get into, he turns, he sees, he's like, easy, hey! Let me go, and we can reward you. I can pay you great amount of money. You could
And
be
why
rich.
would I do that?
You could be a rich man. Far richer than if you bring me in. What do you want? How much?
How much do I want? He's saying a lot of stuff while some dude's running at him, about to kill him. Yeah.
He says this as you enter the room. Are you attempting to move even closer? You can move closer if you want to, and move a second action.
You going in to sort it out?
So that doorway is where the movement that you had, your first movement.
I do it.
Right, you run up to him. He's like, "Oh, hey!" So that's your second action. He's easy. Come on.
My pep box is still unsheathed, I guess.
Yeah, it's still in your hand. It is
you
lethal, but you can attempt to make a non-lethal attack with it, but it's because it's a lethal weapon. It essentially has a minus to it.
Right up to his face.
Oh, hey!
Skin.
Right up to his face.
Yes.
Hey, easy.
Now listen here, we can do it the easy way or the hard way.
Are you attempting
And
to
I
intimidate him?
don't feel like the hard way. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So you use your
intimidate-
third action to attempt to demoralize and intimidate him. So make me an intimidation check. Which you are trained in. You're trained in intimidation. So let's see what you do. Easy.
11.
Okay. Okay. Hey, you win. You win, buddy.
Now,
You
call off your dog.
You can tell he's definitely lying. He's not scared. He's trying to get you to lower your guard. You can tell that.
I think I'm gonna fall for that, huh?
That is Zaki's turn. Dave, you are currently on the floor. It's
Alright.
one action to get up from prone.
Yeah, they will proceed to do that.
So you stand up, and you can see you saw the guy running away as you were on the floor.
And
You
Dave
know which
has,
direction he went.
yeah, but Dave has seen something more important.
Okay,
Then
10.
If
So that's 5, 10, 15. That's 20 feet, and you run up to there as up to Jomin and the wolf that is currently savaging him.
all right, I'm gonna proceed to use my last action to shove the wolf away from Jamin.
Okay, so you wishing to punch it, or are you making a shove? Shove.
I'm making a shove action. I want to bash it away.
Okay, so go ahead and make. I think it's an make an athletics check.
Damn, I rolled bad.
And it's against his. Okay, so as you attempt to shove it, but it snaps up at you and almost bites at your hand. That's only a normal failure, so that's not a critical failure. Luckily for you.
Yeah, I can't roll higher than 5 this whole game.
It growls at you very angrily, and
I growl back.
you growl back. It doesn't.
Yes.
It's not phased by a growl.
Well, neither am
But
I.
you aren't able to push it away from Jomin.
His move.
Actually, it's Matilda's move. Matilda.
There we go.
Oh, right. Matilda moves into the room. How many feet is that? 10 is that? 15.
Hold on. Stay where you were.
So that was my next team.
That's been 10 foot.
Okay.
Just inside the door.
So
Yeah.
So 15.
10. So you
You only
get
got
15, 20.
You only got 20 foot of movement, Matilda. Not 25.
Oh, does Matilda only
So
have
that's
20?
So that's the first 20.
Ah, yes, Matilda only has 20 because she's a smaller. So
Well,
that's
that's
15.
there.
So you can get to there with 20, up to here.
Then for the final move,
Okay,
yes,
so you
yeah,
move.
there.
Yeah, so you can get to here with
Okay.
20. Remember, being a bard, one of your most useful skills is your spells, and particularly your Inspire Courage is one of your most useful things. That's essentially bardic inspiration is one of your most useful attributes.
so do I use that on the dog to like?
Not on the dog, no.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
on
Do you
Oh,
want to
I-
be right up there next to the dog, or now because that'll cost us 2 actions to get up there next to the dog, or 1 action to get to next to Dave by here.
I'll get next to Dave then. Then
Yeah.
I'll do the inspiring courage if I can find that.
Yeah, so it's under your spells and it's under your focus spells.
If you end there, me and Boo Hurt are not going to be able to.
There.
you.
Okay.
Oh, well, I suppose we could jump over the bed.
Your Inspire Courage does have a range of
Yeah. So if I'll inspire
your
courage.
Inspire Courage affects all of your allies who are within 60 feet, so it's a huge range, so you don't even have to be close to someone to use it.
Okay, I'll use the encourage allies. Will that get the
Up
one dealing
to
with the human? Can't remember the
Tazaki.
name. Yeah, Tazaki, that's it.
It will get up to Tazaki. It's a 60-foot emanation from yourself, so it gets all of your allies who are within 60 feet of you.
In that case, I'll do that.
Okay, so go ahead and cast Inspire Courage from your spell sheet, and
How do you cast it?
so you just press the little cast button next to at the end of the spell name. There should be a little button that says cast, and then you click that button and it'll put it into the chat box.
Right.
Okay, so what do you do to inspire your allies and inspire courage in them? What do you do? What do you say or play? You can play a tune or say something or anything like that.
Say something really empowering, like don't give up, keep going.
Okay,
keep
so
being
with a shout from Matilda, with a little bit of magic mixed into the shout, you all feel far much more inspired. For the next round, each one of you gets a +1 bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects. And you also get that as well, Matilda, because you inspire yourself with it at the same time. And you have 1 action left.
The wolf also gets it, because why not?
The wolf is not an ally. So, you get 1 action
Right.
left, Matilda. What would you like to do?
Do I try and stop the dog from attacking? How do I stop the dog?
Or you could go after the bandit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
as long as you're just standing there, you just prevent
Yeah.
him from running the other way.
So that'll be 5, 15, and then get into the same room. 20.
You can also like take your shield, get your shield ready and stuff. Like take
Oh
your
yeah,
shield
I'll
off
do
your back.
that. Yeah, I'll
You'd
probably
have
do that.
You'd have to do that instead of moving.
Yeah, so I was like here.
Yeah, you were down there under Dave.
Oh, what's the problem with the wall? I'm not sliding into the wall.
Yeah, you
There
might
we go.
yeah, pull yourself into the room. It's really
Oh,
tricky.
it's lagging. That's a problem.
It's okay. I got you. Okay,
Thanks.
so you wanna
Then I raise
like
the shield.
equip your shield off your back ready so that you can use your actions to raise it. So you take your shield off of your back and get it ready so that in the future you can raise it if you need be.
Yeah, I'll raise a shield.
Okay. What kind of shields do you have? A tower shield, don't you? So you have to use your action to take it off of your back where it's stored and into your hand, so you can begin raising it on your turns, starting next turn.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Boohurt, is you up?
Yes. I've seen sort of everyone sort of rush into the room.
Yep.
Also rushing inside. I'm going to assume that I've seen the bandit run into that room.
You saw him run inside, but from your position, you can't see where he went. You saw him run inwards, but weren't able. You saw him run inwards and upwards, but you didn't see which room he went into from here.
Okay, but I saw him run upwards. So because everyone else is inside, I'm going to assume that there's enough people in there that they're not going to let him run past them, and I'm going to basically flank around outside.
Okay, that's clever. So you can begin moving. So obviously there's a fence there. You can attempt to jump over the fence if you want, in order to go in a straight line and get further.
Oh, please do this.
Or
Will be
you could
funny.
go through the gate.
Go through the
I don't-
gates.
There's no time to go through gates. And Boohurt runs straight at the fence.
Okay, are you attempting to jump over it, or are you just running through it?
I as funny as running through it would be, I'm going to try and jump over it. However, if I fail, I will run face first.
This would be 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will get you to there, and it would it be a high jump or just a regular?
Doesn't. I'm a big.
Yeah.
Boohurt's a big bloke, and that's not a very high.
Well, yeah, there's an action, a high jump action that costs 2 actions, but with it's a basic fence. So I'd say you don't have to high jump to get over it. A normal jump would be fine, which doesn't. I don't know if it actually costs an action or anything. All I've got is actions for long jump and high jump. So I'd say as you run towards it, I'd say I'll let it be part of your movement to try and jump over it as you're running. So make me a athletics check, please. Oh my goodness. A critical success, and I'll turn off that mod before next time.
Over the whole building.
20. So you effortlessly jump over the fence and end up on the other side, landing with style. You get the jump so well that you're able to just continue moving and get even extra. So I'm allowing you to basically get an extra 5 feet of movement there for the critical success. And
Thank you.
You can keep using your momentum to just jump over the next fence, and you won't have to make you have to use an action to make another movement, but you won't have to attempt the jump again because you've just got the momentum and you just sprint over. You keep with the momentum, do a turn.
Yep.
Remember, when measuring your distance, it starts from the space your token is on.
Ah, okay.
So you get to there with a second action, and you just pivot, keep up with your momentum, and just spin. I'll have to move you through the wall.
Ah, there you go. Thank you.
And as you get up on the outside, as you're running up, you can see like a small family graveyard behind the farm, and this back and some trees and stuff. As you're getting up to the back of the building, where there's like a closed, shuttered window, and not much. And you have one more action.
I can't draw both my shield and my sword as part of the same drawing action.
No, you cannot. I think there's a feat that lets you draw 2 things for one action later on, but right now you can't.
Okay. Boohurt is angry and is just going to prioritize their sword, so they are going to draw Bone Cleaver and hold bone cleaver in 2 hands.
You are okay. So you draw Bone Cleaver, holding it in your hands, ready for blood. That is your turn. The wolf. Oh, I didn't mean to turn him. The wolf makes his own attacks. He first strikes at the big guy who just tried to push him. And what is your armor class, Dave?
19.
You get hit. You take 7 points of damage and you are knocked prone. As it jumps at you and strikes you with a surprising force, knocking you to the ground. It then turns its attention back on Jomin for a second attack. And it's a 16, and Jomin's armor class is a 16 with the shield, so it just beats it. Jomin, with your shield, you can use your reaction to use the magical shield block in order to reduce the damage you take. Otherwise, you are going to be taking 7 damage. Do you wish to use that? So, because of your shield thing, you can use... Once you use the shield block reaction, the spell will end and you won't be able to cast it again for 10 minutes. So it's up to you if you wish to use shield block to negate 5 of this damage or not.
Okay.
You will negate 5 points of damage. It's up to you. What's your choice?
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to do it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So, as it leaps at you, you summon the energy of the shield into where it's biting, and it manages to slow the bite enough. Some of its teeth manage to clamp through the shield and dig into your arm. But you slow its attack enough with your shield that you're able to avoid having your throat torn by its teeth, and you reduce the damage you take from it, and that is the wolf's turn. Magna, it is your turn.
Right. Well, I know exactly where this guy has gone, so I'm gonna run forward. So 5, 10. I'm gonna jump and so sort of leap over the bed. So that would be 20 and 25.
Yep. How big and heavy are you?
I'm medium. I'm about 6 foot.
Yeah, you're made out of metal and stuff. Make me.
Okay.
You can jump over the bed, but I would like you to make me either athletics or acrobatics. Make me an acrobatics roll.
Okay.
Now, all of you remember, you do have your hero points as well that you can use.
Where's acrobatics? Where are these?
In proficiencies.
It's in proficiencies.
Yeah.
First one on proficiencies.
I'm trying to find proficiency. There it is. Proficiency.
The hand.
Yeah. Acrobatics.
First one.
Was it acrobatics or athletics or?
Acrobatics for jumping over a table.
Oh, it's only a +1.
It ain't a table.
It's a bed. Oh, come on!
So, as you attempt to leap over it, your metal foot just smashes right through the wood, and you fall, collapsing, smashing the bed to pieces. You are now prone on that spot. The bed, however, is no longer an obstacle. It is that half of it there is destroyed. That ends your move. That move action there, which was your first move action. You're on the floor. You still have 2 actions left. Now, while you're prone, you can choose to crawl, but you just move a lot less.
Well, have I got any crawl? No, I ain't got. Right. Well, that's crawling.
You can move 5 feet, but at a time with a crawl action.
What do I need? 5, 10,
or you
15.
can use an action to stand up.
Yeah, I need a whole movement to get to him, and a movement to get up, so I can't do anything.
The amount of nat 1s being rolled in this game is crazy in today's game.
I knew I'd get him that one. Okay.
I don't know what's with all the nat ones.
Well, there's nothing I can do.
You
'cause
can
I
stand
get
up
up
and then
and I-
get up to him and at least get
Get
him.
up and get up to him, but I can't do much else.
And you
Get up.
can you? I don't know if you can cast spells at the moment while because they come from your
Yeah.
Eidolon. So I don't know if you can. Let me
And-
see.
It takes me, and the Eidolon takes me 3 moves to do, and I'm already down one.
As you.
Fine.
Well, I'm seeing
gonna
if you
get up.
actually have to have your Eidolon out to cast the spells, because your Eidolon you've always got its presence with you, even when it's unsummoned. You're still connected to it. Limited magic. You can cast spells and you can supply components. I think you can still cast spells even when it's your Eidolon is unsummoned.
Okay.
So I think you can cast spells while it's unsummoned because you're still magically connected to it. You still have the magic.
Okay. And I can see him 5, 10, 15, 20. He's 25 away. Alright, well, I'm going to look up. I'm hoping he see me and he's laughing at me here.
He's currently busy at staring down at the barrel of a gun. He has not seen you.
Yeah, I'm still
He's
holding
not
in
looking at you right now.
Yeah.
Right. Let me see. Okay. Produce flame. I'm sort of lying there on the floor. I'm gonna put my hand out, and a ball of flame appears in my hand. I'm gonna just look at him and shoot it. At least I would if I could.
Yeah.
figure
Now
out how
it is
this-
not.
Animals.
From what I understand, it is not possible to deal non-lethal damage with energy spells.
I don't care anymore.
But you
I
can
would've
kill him if you want.
that one.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Wow.
Why couldn't I get that when I was tripping
that-
over a bed?
It's not a critical hit, but it was very
No,
close.
no,
If you had
I
rolled
rolled
one
19.
higher, you would have critical hitted.
Well, that's obvious. I rolled a 19.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
So, okay. How do you want to do this?
Right. The fireball's gonna. I'm guessing he's gonna die from this.
Definitely.
So, with this in mind, Tazaki's got a gun to his head. The fireball is just gonna take his head off. His head is going to fly through the window. So, Boohurt sees this window.
I'm not
just
sure if a
flat
fire.
open.
I don't think a firebolt can take off a head. This
Okay,
is
fine.
but
It goes straight through his head.
you want him to go through the
window.
window.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Okay.
It's going straight
So,
through his head. And
you-
through that window.
You fire this blast of fireball. He sees a flash of light from out the corner of his eyes, turns as the fireball hits him in the face. And the fireball hits him in the face, and there's a slight, almost like a mini explosion from the fireball. He is thrown back, and through the window, he doesn't go fully through the window, he smashes through. Boohurt, on the outside, the window smashes open as he flops out of it, sort of half out, like a so the top half of his body is hanging out the window. His head is completely on fire. The stench of burning flesh engulfs your senses, and you can see a good portion of his head has been incinerated, and the fire is consuming him, and consuming his upper body as he is now a half flaming body hanging half out of the window. As he,
And I ain't even hit yet. I wanna then shoot a dog with the same fireball.
Produce flame is 2 actions, so that is the end. The end.
Okay, fine.
So that's Magna's turn. Jomin, it is your turn. You hear you hear a very cut short scream from the other room, and the stench of burning flesh already reaching your nostrils. And the dog is still above you, attempting to hurt you. What do you want to do?
Am I still on the ground?
Yes, you are still on the ground in a moment.
Okay. Do I have my short sword near me?
It is still in your hand because you drew it, and it didn't knock out your hand or anything, so you do still have your short sword in your hand.
Can I try to like stab the wolf from above, like from underneath? I mean, like.
Yes, you can,
just,
and
like,
you have your bardic inspiration is going to help. The bardic inspired courage is going to help there. So after the Matilda's words of encouragement ring through your skull, you can make an attack. Go ahead. As Matilda's words of encouragement ring through your head, you strike with your blade.
Well done.
Lovely.
Go ahead and roll critical
Yeah.
damage for that sword.
Oh. I thought I thought you were gonna say regular damage.
No. Go ahead and re-roll it as a critical. So it's 8 damage and the critical hits deck. So it's what kind of damage is it? It's are you doing? Do you wish to do piercing or slashing damage with this?
Piercing.
So you leap up with your sword and you stab right forwards, and your blade stabs forwards and cuts right through the wolf's ear. The wolf you cut off one of the wolf's ears, and it does not seem very happy with that. It howls in pain as its ear is stabbed into, and hand completely comes off as your sword cuts that forward into it. So the wolf is now, where is it, deafened, which I don't know how much that helps you, but it actually it might, because what does the deafened condition do? I think it might actually help you guys here.
Can't hear. You
Yeah.
automatically totally fail perception checks. Oh wow.
That's not really gonna help with a dog.
Take my 2
No, but,
stats.
you take a -2 penalty to perception checks for initiative checks.
But also rely on a percentage.
Okay.
With no authority check, I can succeed at G5 for that.
Yes.
After session, I have a question for you, because
That's
I
fine.
wanted to ask something, but I can't do that during session.
That's okay. You can just send a message in DMs as well if you need. You have 2 actions left as you've stabbed forwards and cut one of the wolf's ears off. What do you want to do with your second action and third?
Is it possible for me to attack again?
You can. You will have a multi-attack penalty, but you can attack again if you wish. So you'll just press. You'll just.
Oh no, continue.
So if you wish to attack again, you'll just use the multi-attack penalty -4 button for your next attack.
But you might as well attack.
Or should I do the divine lance thing again?
You could also use an action to stand up so that you're standing.
Oh yeah, I will stand up.
And I believe how long does your shield last? So shield lasts for until the start of your next turn. So your shield has run out now. Did you say you wanna stand up?
Yes.
Okay. So you stand up. So you get up off the ground, and you are now standing, and you have 1 action left.
Yeah. Is it possible to do divine lance again?
Unfortunately not, because Divine Lance requires 2 actions to do.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot.
It's okay.
I guess I could just take I could try to take the wolf out, put it out of its misery.
You could make a second attack.
Okay.
If you want, you just use the first multi-attack penalty button.
Multi-attack.
It'll be the one that says MAP -4, next to the strike, essentially.
Oh. And it's just... Oh, okay. And it's just a normal, right?
Yeah, so you just do that, and that's still an 18 to hit.
Is that good or bad?
That's good, because that hits, so roll normal damage for this one. So, you deal 5 damage, as this time you try to, like, cut its other ear. Well, you try and stab at it. You don't seem like the type to intentionally cut its ear off. So you attempt to stab at it and put it out of its misery. It does dodge to the side, and it takes the blow along its flank. It's very unhappy now. And that is your turn. Tazaki. It is your turn. He is dead. You hear a howl, a wolfen howl of pain from the other room. The bandit is dead. Meanwhile, your spider bot is just still where you left it in the starting room, because you have not given it any commands this entire time.
I get my spider bot. I command my spider bot up to the wall.
Yeah. So when you command your spider bot, essentially you use one action to give it 2 actions. So you can give your spider bot 2 actions, and you can then it can make the 2 actions. So if it wants to get up as close to the wall as it can,
go that way.
It's got 25 feet of movement, so it can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 would take it there, yeah, or there, and then it's got a second action. You could get it to there or there with the 25 feet of movement, so that it's next to the wolf.
20, 25.
And so that's one of your actions.
I give out another one of my actions, and my spider bot goes ahead and jumps via it and attacks it.
Okay, so you use your second action to command it once again, and you want it to make a strike. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Is it using its fan or leg strike?
Bang.
Okay, go ahead and make the initial attack. That's 15. So it jumps at it, and it does manage to hit.
1.
For 1 point. So it jumps and it bites. It seems to be having a bit of trouble getting through the thick fur, but it begins biting into it. It has a second action. And so what do you want it to do for its second action?
For its second action...
Yeah.
So for second action, it finds that biting the wolf isn't really doing much, so he goes and kicks the wolf with all of its 8 legs. That'd be
okay. So a leg strike, is it?
5.
And
yes.
There we go. Okay, so you'll still have the multi-attack penalty. We go ahead and make a leg strike with the initial multi-attack penalty.
Ooh.
A 17, so that hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, that was
8 damage. So it strikes with its leg, and this time, with like 4 of its legs, it raises up on 4 of its legs, and the other 4 go into the wolf, impaling it in several places. Like you can't see it. You've just commanded your spider bot to move and attack the wolf. You have almost a link with it, but you hear howls. To everybody who can see it, you're pretty sure that even if the wolf managed to get away from this fight, it is going to bleed to death within a few hours. You have 1 action left, Tazaki. And remember, you also have your overdrive, things like your overdrive, which allows you to add, once you activate it, you add your intelligence modifier to damage and etc. And your strikes do your additional damage. And I believe that also, I think that just counts for your strikes, actually.
And for my final action, I walk out of that room to see the damage done to the wall.
Okay, yeah, so as you walk out, you walk out and you can see some of your spider-bot's legs protruding out of the other side of the wolf just before they come out. The wolf is now limping and very badly injured. One of its ears is missing. It is looking very, very badly off.
And yet it's doing better than its owner.
Dave, it is your turn. You are on the floor currently. You have been splattered by wolf blood, both from Jomin and the Spider-Bot's attacks.
I want to stand up.
Mm-hmm. You stand up.
And
So that's one action to stand up.
And I guess I'm going to proceed. I'm just going to proceed to punch the wolf.
Yeah, go ahead and make a punch attack. Are you attempting to make the attack non-lethally or
no.
lethally? Are you attempting to attack it lethally with your punch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing. Okay, you can make a non-lethal. Your fists are non-lethal weapons. You don't have like any feats or stuff that you then be lethal, so you can make a lethal attack for them, but it has a -2 penalty.
I'm just gonna try to make the wolf drop. So.
Okay, so you're gonna make a non-lethal attack?
Yeah, actually, no. I'm gonna make it lethal. I'm pissed off.
So go ahead and roll. You have a -2 penalty to it, but so would that make it a dirty 20?
Yeah.
With the -2, which still hits. So go ahead and roll the damage. So you just punch. How do you want to kill the wolf? How do you want to kill it?
Let me just punch its head, like a straight, direct punch. Nothing too fancy.
So you just punch straight forwards, and you hear bones snap as the already really weak wolf just falls over, dead. Very, very much dead. And
who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Magna, currently on the floor, says that.
No, I don't.
No, that was your normal voice. With that, the battle ends. The fight has been won.
All right.
You, as the flames slowly die out on the body there, Boohurt, you also hear the sound of a from inside the house, and you can slowly make your way sort of back inside. The child slowly peeks out from the doorway. He sees the body of the bandit hanging out the window. You killed the bad man?
He will not trouble you again. Oh, and I hope this isn't your bed.
No, that's for the visitors.
It was.
It's okay, David. You're safe now.
Thank you. Thank you. What about Mother? What about Mama?
We will try to find her for you. But we need to keep you safe first.
That's why we're going to take you to Katrina down in the market.
I'm gonna check the other door at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to get up. I'm going to get out of bed.
He spends the most laziest automaton I've ever seen.
That bed while you get out of it.
Buha is going to pull the body of the bandit out of the window.
Okay. Are you putting it
Um,
out to the outside?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you put it out to the window, and the body ends up resting just on the ground. The flames have all died off. As you can open the doors if you wish.
I'm not done with the bandit
Dave,
yet.
you're not done. Oh, what are you
I
wishing
don't
to do
want
with
to
the
know what you
bandit?
do with the poor bandit.
I take Bone Cleaver and just cleanly and neatly cut the bandit's head off.
What's left of it?
Yes.
Is there a
as
particular reason?
so that he can't be resurrected as an undead.
Clever.
Yeah, I don't think there's much left of his brain to resurrect.
So, yeah, part of his head is already in, but you saw away and you cut his head off. It doesn't even take much sawing, just a nice clean strike, and you cut off the bandit's head. As you put him out of the window, a slip of paper also falls out of his pocket onto the ground. Meanwhile, Dave, you inspect the rest of the house, and you find the 2 bedrooms. One that appears to be sort of the master bedroom, and one smaller bedroom. You don't find anyone else in the house.
It's enough from him. He will go back to the others.
I'm just standing there pulling splinters of bed out of my workings.
Yeah, you're pulling them out from between your cogs, like, and
Yeah.
you get the bed splinters off of you. It was very embarrassing, really.
Matilda reassures her child that everything's okay, it's now safe.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want me to stay with you and read you stories or tell you stories?
Miss Katrina tells stories.
Do you want... Well, because Katrina is currently in town, do you want me to tell you stories like Katrina's on the way over when we go over to see her?
Okay.
I know some brilliant stories.
You
Some
do?
stories that no... Yeah, and you'll be the first to hear them.
Really?
Yeah.
Billy's gonna be so jealous. But Billy
Well, you
has
bet my stories are the best.
But Billy has
Aren't
a
they,
papa.
I'm not in
I
the room
don't.
yet. I'm on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. My stories are the best. Dave can tell you that.
Oh, I can see for sure they are. I've never heard a single story from them.
Okay, so Buhut, what were you doing out there? As you see him, he's got a note. You Buhut would also you'd know how bounty offices work in the around here because you've been here for a while. And if you wish to collect a bounty on the bandits, if they are bounty on him, you would need to take something, a piece of clothing from him that has the bandits or bandit clan symbol on it if you wish to collect a bounty on him.
I mean, I've decapitated him. I could just take his head.
Yeah, but his head is not proof that he was a bandit. It's just proof that you've cut someone's head off.
Or he's human after I finish with it.
However, the bandit symbol sewn onto a patch on the shoulder of his clothes is essentially the kind of proof that you would need if you wanted to turn in his body for a bounty.
Okay, I just cut his arm off then.
You cut his arm off too. Okay.
Don't just take the patch. Take his whole arm.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I mean.
You kind of have to cut because it's on the shoulder. You can't just cut off the arm or you cut through it. You kind of have to cut around the shoulder as well, and it takes a bit of hacking and slashing and sawing. But you eventually make me you eventually manage to cut his arm off, and you get the arm.
Also, what was that bit of paper that fell on the floor?
So as you take a look at the piece of paper, it appears to be a crudely hand-drawn map with a marked location. at the edge of the location seems to be west of here. At the edge of what looks like it's meant to be a cliff face at the edge, and the words camp are written in very scrawled handwriting.
I wonder what that is.
It appears like this bandit made a little note so he wouldn't get lost on his way back to camp.
Oh god, these bandits are more stupid than me.
Well, he hasn't got much of a brain left.
But you heard you are not stupid, you just don't think.
How can he?
Don't be mean.
I was talking about the bandit.
Oh yeah, bandits are stupid. Trust me,
Yes,
the number of
right.
times we've had to deal with them. It just takes a little bit of logic to defeat them.
And a fireball.
To the face.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you two, there is a child here, so can you please just be a little more nurturing towards it?
You
Thank
fired
you.
him? You fireballed him in the face?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Amelia, this avenging party
His
is not
eyes
going to
go
be family
wide.
friendly.
His eyes
you-
just go wide with wonder. Wow.
I'm about to walk through the front door
Something.
holding the bandit's head in one hand and his arm in the other.
You're basically
You-
holding half a head because part of it,
Yeah.
half of it is incinerated.
Do you want to see something cool?
Okay.
What?
Yes,
I'll,
please.
I'll sort of crouch down and summon my Eidolon.
So, as you
you see
crouch
the-
down, as Magna crouches down, the gem on his back glows and a glowing symbol appears on the gem. The symbol looks to be almost that of a reptilian head. From the gem, a stream of light flows out and forms next to him into a...
No, on my back. He forms on my back on the gem.
Well, yeah, he appears next to you, in a space next to you.
No, he appears on my back. Well, the space behind me.
Okay, so he appears behind you.
Yeah. He sort of forms on the actual gem. Sort of on back, gem to gem.
Right. So, forming behind Magna, right next to him, you see an ethereal dragon with the same glowing symbol on his back. That forms sort of coming. It almost like it crawls out of the gem on his back, lands next to him, looks
And he's got the
around.
same gem on his stomach, on his front.
Looks around, and he has this sort of gem, this same gem-like shape with this glowing symbol on his stomach. As it
This
rears up.
is Idor.
It flaps its wings and sort of gives a friendly hiss.
A bit of a friendly roar, gentle roar.
It seems friend. Wow. Is it gonna bite me?
No, he is friendly.
Hi. He's very nice. Wow.
I'll get him to walk with the child back to the camp, back to the village.
In fact, we have a token for Idor that we can down as well. Da-da-da. So as Idor appears, and you all see this ethereal dragon just appear next to Magna.
I didn't know you could do that. That's so cool.
It is. He is part of me. We are connected more than anyone can know.
You guys have quite an interesting bunch of things around you. I don't really do much.
You do Great.
Don't
You punched a
underestimate
wolf.
yourself.
I saw.
Don't underestimate yourself, my friend.
You can
Okay.
punching easy.
So
Hunting
gentlemen, since you
fun.
just got back, yeah. There is now Magnus summoned an ethereal glowing dragon that is now just sitting next to him.
Ow.
So what do you guys wish to do?
Well, we're heading back to the
Yeah,
market, aren't we?
heading back to the city. Okay.
David, would you like to ride on Ido's back?
Okay.
He is friendly.
He very timidly and nervously so rides on the back of this dragon. He's like, wow. He seems nervous, but it's he seems to as he gets used to it, seems to enjoy it.
This is something your friends cannot say they have ever done.
Wow. Wait, are you sure they haven't?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And as you guys taking him back to town, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So it's another like it took you about how long to get here? About 10-15 minutes to get here. So it's another roughly 10 minutes before you get to the outskirts of town and you get back in. The guards allow you in. As you get up, the guards see the dragon with the kid on its back. Look very nervous and just step out of the way.
I'd also like to reiterate, I'm still holding a human head.
Yeah.
And an
Oh yeah.
entire severed arm.
As you move up with those, they first do challenge you. And Walt. Why are you... Explain yourself! Why are you carrying a head? And one of them looks like he's about to throw up.
Bandit.
Why didn't you just tear off the patch?
I wave the arm in his face.
No! It's on my clothes! Get it off! Get it off! Everyone's like...
Proof of termination.
You can't take the severed head and arm into the city. Can you just take the patch? Just tear off the sleeve and that patch, and you're gonna have to leave those somewhere, preferably not out here in the bush somewhere.
I
or bury them.
pass the head to him.
No. Okay, and now I'm holding the head. Great.
The other one
Okay.
wants to,
just
I tear the patch off and throw
Okay.
the arm to the guard.
tell you what. If you're willing to wait here a few minutes, I'll get a box, and you can put them in the box and carry them to the bounty office that way. Okay.
Fine.
Let's wait here. Oh, you stop moaning about your clothes and go fetch a box. And the other one's like, it's all over me. It went on. I think some went in my mouth. He starts spitting out, but he heads into the guard tower. Comes out a few minutes later with a box, glaring very angrily at you. You can see he's he seems to have taken longer than he should have. You can see that it's been an attempt to scrub the blood off of his armor. And he just plops the box there. Then the head and arm are put into the box. The box is closed up. Okay, well, yeah, we just can't have you dripping. Just can't have you dripping blood around the city. I'm assuming this trail of blood leads to the rest of the bandit's body.
Aye. What's left of it?
Right, just present them to the bounty guild, and they'll send someone to fetch the rest of the body and take care of it.
we'll get on the inside and he'll take them out of the box and just carry them.
Go ahead, go on in. Just don't take them out to the box in the city until you're at the bounty guild. We can't have you dripping blood over our pavements. You understand?
But the pavement.
And
anyway.
that dragon isn't going to cause trouble, is it?
Not at all.
Right, just
He does what I tell
be sure.
him.
This child is traumatized after the bandits.
Oh.
The child has a nice pet to look after the
The
child.
child. You're a bandit survivor. Oh my
That
goodness.
child is.
We can take the
The-
child
The
to.
child,
What about the
the
child's
child's
parents?
mother was. We're taking the child to Katrina in the market because David knows Katrina. So
Right.
we're entrusting Katrina to look after him until we find the child's mother after dropping off the body parts at the bounty office.
He's from Balderberry Farm.
You know, as you do.
His
Bal-
father was killed by the bandits.
Wait, Mr.
They took
Balderberry?
his mother. Aye, he's dead.
Curse those bandits, as if we didn't have enough problems. They've never. You're
Tell
sure
me
they
about
attacked
it.
right here? Right there? At the farm? They've never been so bold as to attack that close to the city before.
Brewer points to the box of body parts.
Is that not proof enough?
Oh no, I believe you. I believe you. That's just
It seems you should do more
Very-
to try to protect people.
they've never attacked this close. We've been trying. The guard is stretched thin. We've got like first the animals and bandits. There's so much going on. It's very hard. It's been very hard for us to keep our hands
Tell me
on
about
things.
the part of the grave guard.
Well, you better try harder.
We have all
Let
of
the
our
rest
men.
of people-
We have as many men as we can trying to hunt down bandits and protect places, but unfortunately we
Maybe-
don't have enough men to protect every farm. There's a lot of them. We've been
Maybe
trying, but
you guards should spend less time worried about pavements and more time worried about the people.
I don't like your attitude very much. We have been doing our best. We've been assigning our guards to all of the most vulnerable places. We've been focusing our guarding efforts on the outer farms where the bandits attacked first and more often. We didn't realize they'd attacked so close to home. Our number is stretched thin as it is. We barely recovered from the
Michael,
war.
let's
Many of our guards were killed as soldiers during the war.
We can understand that.
Being part of the grave guards.
We lost some friends in the war as well.
You're not a grave guard. I
Blue
respect you.
and I show my symbol.
Yeah.
I have respect for the grave guard. A group of grave guards saved my brother during a necromancer attack. I have respect.
We do our best. We will
Well.
deal with these bandits.
Well, that's what a bounty is for. We have to resort to bounty hunters and adventurers in order to keep this place safe. Makes everyone feel pretty useless. If you are looking to make a difference, the bounty board in the town will have plenty of jobs on it. Go on in. I won't keep you for too long. Go ahead. You're all just
I'll
allowed
walk
to head into the town.
I'll walk on.
Okay, well, you may.
Follow me with the kid on.
Yep, so you and Adair go, and then. So, where's each person heading?
Where's Ida?
Follow the
So
child.
Adair is just with you. I'm not going to bother putting down another token to control.
No, that's fine.
So, is everybody
Matilda
going with the
goes-
child to Katrina?
Yeah.
Or is anyone else going
Yeah.
to split off?
No,
I'm going to make sure the child gets to Katrina safe, and then I'm going to head to the bounty.
Okay, I've accidentally
go
moved
with
Dave
you,
way
Hut.
too high.
let us
Wasn't it
where he
when here?
Katrina is at this stall here. So as you all move through, does anyone wish to go anywhere different, or are you all wishing to head to Katrina?
I'm not splitting now.
Okay. So you all head through and you get to Katrina's fin, where you can see as you get up, she's behind her store, dealing with a customer and very fidgety, very anxious. As she looks over and sees David, she runs out. David! Oh my goodness, you're okay. Oh, and then as she kneels down to take a look at him, she sees the blood on his hands. Is this blood? What happened?
Bandits came and raided the farm. They unfortunately
Killed
David.
Papa. What
But
about
shoot
his
that
mother?
fool.
They took her.
Damn it. Someone has to
We
save
were
her.
hoping, since he knows you, but is it okay if you look after him until
Of
we
course.
find his mother?
He can stay with me as long as necessary. No, you poor child.
Thank you.
No, thank you. If you can save Katrina, not Katrina, I am Katrina. If you can, save Edna,
you.
you saved, you protected him. You found him. Please, take this. She rummages and she rummages in her coin purse, and she runs into the back of her store, rummages and brings out a coin purse and hands it to Matilda, since Matilda was the one doing most of the talking.
It's fine, honestly. This is part of our duty to keep it. It's part of our duty.
Okay. Please.
Give it to David, if anything.
Is that of course? And she holds it out to Dave.
Not Dave. David.
Oh right, David. Yeah, she doesn't know who Dave is. Sure. Come, David. Would you? Here, you must be hungry. And she rushes him in. She's like, "Do you want some apples or something?" And she gives David an apple. She's like, "Thank you. If you can save Edna, his mother."
David.
Please do try.
We
David.
will.
Yes.
We will
Try our
see you
best.
soon, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll
Okay.
be back soon.
Take care. We will find
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Booher pats him
I
on the
get-
head and then turns around and walks off to the bounty office with his box of body parts.
Matilda goes with him.
Theodore does sort of like a sort of floaty backflip sort of parade thing.
Yep. Adur does
And then-
sort of a bit of a backflip, and then whoosh, disappears into the fine mist that flows into your back where the gem and the symbol is. The symbol disappears as the door merges back into you.
I sort of give him a little bow and then walk off.
Okay, so Boohurt and Matilda go into the bounty office. What about everyone else? Does anyone want to go anywhere specific? So I should probably describe the. Did I describe the stalls that were in the central marketplace last time? I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I think everyone just walked through the
No,
You
marketplace.
did describe
They
him.
specifically went around the market.
You
Yeah.
did describe him.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least to me, the Dave is gonna follow the other
Okay.
two, and he's gonna ask.
Oh
them,
yeah, I
like,
did.
So
I'm
What-
gonna go the same way.
how do
Okay.
you plan to find the child's mother?
I think, were you talking to Boohurt and Matilda?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We will join you as soon as we can when we finish up the bounty.
Yeah. So I think he's joining you and walking with you, and he asked
Yeah, I'm
a
walking with
question.
you.
Okay. We have to find out where the bounty office is because it's been a good year since you've been here.
So you
what-
guys do remember where the bounty office is, and I'll show you once the conversation's finished. As you're walking. This happens as you're walking there.
I'm following them as well. I don't know about everyone else.
Okay. So what was the question Dave was asking again?
Well, Dave was asking, like, basically how do you plan to find the child's mother?
Booher pulls out the bit of paper.
That bandit was stupid enough to hold a map with him.
Well, I have seen fair share of stupid people, but not as stupid as these here.
Wow, this must be one of the dumber bandits. Bandits are usually dumb as they come, but this one is clearly far more dumber than the rest. Or far more dumb than the rest.
Well, dumb or not, how do you plan to attack multiple bandits with just few people?
Booher sort of pats his sword.
With Bone Cleaver, of course.
So you're gonna just charge in?
Together, we can take them. Ido will be there with us as well.
Sounds like a plan. Not the smartest one, but sounds like a plan nonetheless.
Smarter than that, bandit.
Aye.
Okay. So as you're talking, you guys get to the town square where the bounty office is. Meanwhile, where's Tazaki and Jomin want to go?
So Tazaki just sits down inside and just says to himself, "Damn, I'm just surrounded by spellcasters."
You say that as one of those spellcasters is standing. You mutter that to yourself as one of those spellcasters is standing about 7 feet away from you.
Yes.
Jomin, what about you? Where do you want to go?
Jomin is actually the one who hears Tazaki say that, and he kind of like puts his head down a little bit and fidgets like a little bit, like feeling a little bit like a teeny bit insecure.
Okay, so you're both essentially standing a few feet from each other, very awkwardly ignoring each other. Is that essentially what's happening, or do you wish to say something to him? Sorry, I accidentally interrupted.
No, that's it.
Yeah? Anything else?
No.
Okay. So you guys are there, so very awkwardly.
He looks up and notices Showman is being quite nervous and self-conscious. So Tazaki says, "It's nothing personal."
Jomin just nods, and that's really it. Jomin just stays quiet.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the town center, you guys arrive, and the first time you were here, you were in a rush drive again, first getting to the tavern, and then to go and get it, handle this situation, and you never really looked around properly. Now, as you enter, you're able to look around and see each and every building around. At the very north end of the plaza, you see the very large temple, the Temple of Abadar, who is one of the most common deities around. Or at least Abadar is, I believe, a merchant deity. He is known as the master of the first vault. He's basically the deity the tradesmen tend to worship. And he has a very big temple here. Going clockwise, so clockwise from this building, so this one next. So to the clockwise from that, you see a large, sort of fancy-looking building with blue roof tiles, with a hanging sign that says Blue Bottle Potions. You can see many potions, all in blue bottles, sitting in the window display. And you can see more inside. You can even see a bubbling cauldron. Next to that, a inn stands called the Sleeping Raven. Next to it, the Drunken Raven Tavern. Similarly, the two buildings stand just unconnected from each other, but very clearly connected, meant to be obviously a pair of buildings. The directly next to the Drunken Raven Tavern is a much smaller building that looks to be some sort of stables. That's connected to the Drunken Raven. Next to that, a building with a symbol of what looks like a raven's beak, a raven head with a beak, and the sign denotes it as the Beaked Bakery. After the house that stands at the average house that stands at the corner, the next building has a very weird, almost fancy looking, but it's like a bit misbuilt, almost mismatched build. Like some of the tiles and bricks don't look like they're made out of different material. They don't quite match the rest of the building. Probably drives Magna mad. Those who've been to the market recognize the sign from this one, just like the Blue Bottle Potion sign. The sign for Tristan's Trinkets. The sign of sort of the sign, the symbol of it looking like almost like a wizard's hat. Next to that is a simple blacksmith's. You can see the symbol being a hammer, and it is called the Iron Hammer Smithy. Next to the Iron Hammer Smithy lies the Wayside City Bounty Office, just up from it. Next to that, the Red Roof Building marks one of the guard outposts, the very guard post that you had seen Katrina getting ushered out of before. Finally, between the guard post and the temple, you see a small general store called Silverstones.
Magna's looking at the building with the odd sort of odd tiles and stuff.
Yep.
I just standing there looking at that. That does not compute.
And that is where we're going to leave today's session, because we're running slightly over the time. So we are going to end there for today. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everybody for playing. And we should hopefully be going ahead next week. There will be an announcement if we're not. There might be something else next week. We might be doing some filming possibly. So let everyone know. This has been the Bunny and Dragon Network and Draig Dice. I hope everyone enjoyed. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.